Welcome to the 5th week of class. Can you believe we're halfway through class? Last week you did a lot of work for your paper. You worked on the statement of the problem, you worked on the purpose statement, and you worked on the significance of the project. Now, this week we're going to go to another section of your paper, and that is we're going to look at the theoretical and the conceptual framework for your project. The framework is really a very important part of your project because it's going to help to organize your project. Now, one thing that's really important is that the framework must align with the concepts and variables of your project. And a lot of students find this to be challenging to find a framework that fits their particular project. So what I usually recommend is that you start by looking at similar proposals. See what framework they may have used. What's a project paper that you may have found that has a similar problem that you're looking at? What framework did they use? And this could be one way to start to try to figure out a framework that you would be comfortable with and that fits your particular variables. When you listen to the voice thread from Dr. Smith, she's going to give you some other suggestions, and she'll also give some suggestions of various theories that you could possibly use. So the goal of assignment 2 this week is for you to select your framework and then write it up. The thing to remember when you write up your framework is to be sure to show that your variables align with your framework. So how does that independent variable fit within your framework, and how does your dependent variable fit? And then what's the relationship between your framework and your project? So they're all things to be thinking about, and that's all information that's in the information for your actual assignment. But then the one thing I do want you to think about as you write up your discussion is to explain what other frameworks you considered and why you chose the one that you did. And this is really important because it could be a proposal defense question, hint, hint. So know the answer for that. The last part of the assignment is for you to develop a diagram showing the relationship between the parts of the framework and the variables of the project and how they fit together. So what you're actually doing is developing your own unique diagram of the theory or framework and showing how your project fits within this framework. Be sure that your variables are clearly identified in your diagram. If you're unsure of what to do, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed about developing your own diagram, again, look at other studies. Go to the DMP digital repository in the library and get some ideas on what others have done in their projects, because everyone has had to do this. So in addition to assignment 2, you do have a discussion question this week, and the discussion question will also focus on the framework and how it relates to your project. So I hope you find this information helpful as you begin your assignments this week. And as always, let me know if you have any questions at all. Have a great week, everyone.